Okay, so good morning, class. Today, we will tackle lesson 2, module 2, framework for assessing cost and cost data for managerial decisions. By the way, this is intended for 1F, 1B, and 1A. So, the pacing of 1A is align ako siya sa pacing ni 1F and 1B para sabay mo because most of the time ang atong holidays is na-adjud sa Tuesday and Thursday maapektuhan jud permanently like next week more likely na ay people power na holiday Tuesday na pud siya, so better na isabay ta mo pacing sa 1F and 1B. Okay, now again for module 2 lesson 2 we will have framework for assessing cost and cost data for managerial decisions. So what would be our learning outcome for this lesson? So at the end of this lesson, the students are able to assess cost data using a structured framework to make informed managerial decisions. So every cost data na dapat mo as a manager dapat naamoy ng good decision making because at the end of the day, manager yun ang responsible sa mga big decision making sa isa ka business. Now, how can managers improve efficiency and reduce cost in production? Paunsa man? How can you improve efficiency? And how can you reduce cost in production? So, dili man pwede nga magsigilang ka og gasto sa imong business and dili pud pwede nga maging inefficient ang flow sa imong business. So, how can you as a manager could improve that? So, in these next mga slides, we will tackle the responsibilities of the manager. Because managers use cost information to make better decisions by identifying and removing unnecessary activities that do not add value. These inefficiencies often come from poor product or process design. So, example, mga unnecessary na gipangdungag nimo diha sa imong product, nasubraan na ka og mga design diha and kana siya nga design it would incur costs, Nandiyo na siya mga cost. So, is it necessary or makadungog lang ba siya sa imong inefficiency? So kana siya mga questions that you should know and should weigh at some point. And so evaluating proposed changes in organizations. So may mga responsibilities ni managers. So managers assess proposed changes to measure feasibility. Ideas must undergo a thorough cost-benefit analysis. So every proposed changes, responsible si manager nga maging feasible na siya. And it must undergo a thorough evaluation sa cost-benefit analysis. Because when we say cost-benefit analysis, it compares cost of a proposal against potential benefit. Bali na kay cost. Kanay mong gigasto diha, i-compare nimo na sa imong potential na benefit. And benefits typically measured in cost savings or increased profit. So, may ka benepisyo nabay profit na sa imong negosyo. Okay? And next is application in cost accounting systems. So when we say application in cost accounting systems, it helps determine if a new system improves decision making, more accurate financial insights, can enhance operations. If cost exceeds benefits, the proposal is likely to be rejected. So kung let's say na ka new system sa imong business, ang question ana kanay mong new system makatabang ba na siya na ma-improve imong decision making, and you need to have a more accurate na financial insights, dili tong mga estimations lang. So the more accurate your financial insights, the more you will have a better decision making. And if your cost exceeds the proposal, more likely ka na, since dako mga expenses, more likely ka na yung proposal ma-reject siya, So next would be decision making framework. So based on cost accounting principles, example, calculating payback period, return on investment, mga formula relating those decision making framework. So later on, I think sa module 2 lesson 3 na atay break-even analysis ng mga computations. So those are related to decision making as well, decision making framework. Then When we say the decision-making framework, it evaluates the cost and analyzes financial data. It also supports informed managerial decisions because once na kay kaning nga datas like payback period, kung may payback period, kado sa siya nabayran o kanang mga ROI, return on investment, pila iyang ROI, percentage iyang ROI, mga ingana. And at the same time, kanang break-even analysis na mga problem solvings later on mag-discuss ta na because those computations would have interpretation at the same time maka-affect siya sa decision making ni managers later on, most especially sa module 3 na atay ratio analysis. So kana siya those analysis mga problem solvings na itong i-take up in the future. So kana siya, and framework for assessing cost and cost data for managerial decisions. So this is in your module, kita nimo ni siya nga framework. And kung may mong taog cost assessment framework, so meaning first, this is the structure used to evaluate different types of costs and their impact on decisions. It ensures that financial decisions are data-driven and based on accurate cost classifications. Because, there are different types of cost, diba? As you can remember. And kato siya ng mga types of cost na ito i-impact sa imuhang decisions later on. And as I've said earlier, dapat na kay accurate cost classifications. Because once you have those accurate cost classifications, maka-affect na siya sa imuhang decision making. Second is your identifying cost objects. So when we say cost objects, these are anything for which costs are measured, such as products, services, projects, or departments. Okay, fixed and variable costs are identified for proper allocation. Diba naka-remember mo unsa ng fixed? This fixed cost remains constant regardless of activity level like your salaries and rent. So, yung variable cost, it fluctuates based on the production volume. So, nag-vary siya. Okay, so, you will identify your cost objects. Number 3 is classifying cost. The costs are classified into different categories to aid decision making. So this includes mga variable cost, opportunity cost, sunk cost, direct cost, indirect cost. So those costs would affect your decision making. So kindly reread those so may mga definitions and implications ato. And next is the collecting cost data. So accurate data collection is crucial for cost analysis. Methods include tracking expense, recording, transaction, and using financial reports. Ensure reliable data or for cost-benefit analysis. So pag mag-collect ng cost data or mag-collect ng mga data relating sa atong business, it must be that reliable siya. And as much as possible, accurate jud imuhang data. Kasi kung magkamali-mali man imong data diha ka, nagkakulang-kulang imuhang gipambutang nga data, possible na feeling nimo nga nagka-profit ka, pero in essence, usa din nahitabo sa imong business since kulang-kulang man imong gipambutang na cost, di kulang-kulang imong gipang-recognize na cost. Ang mahitabo, taas kay imong profit. Pero ang tinuod di ay naalang kay na kulang og butang nga data. Okay, next is assessing cost implications. So these steps involves analyzing cost structures and determining their impact on financial outcomes. And managers evaluate how costs affect profitability and efficiency. Also, cost opacity or na mga unclear or hidden cost must be controlled for better decision making. Okay? Because, saman daw, ang managers nag-evaluate na siya kung efficient pa ba ang pagdagan sa business, profitable pa ba, no? Kung let's say na kay mga hidden cost diha wala nimo na, di ba, wala nimo na record, wala nimo na control ng mga cost, so it will affect your profitability. Next is importance of framework. So importance in framework, It helps the organizations eliminate non-value added activities and focus on value added activities. It also enables companies like logistics firm to optimize operations through consulting and inventory management. So let's say na kay business na maligya ka og siomay. So syempre pag mamaligya kag siomay, i-inventory jud nimo. Pila ka buok imo himuon nga siomay in a day. And pila ka buok ang imuhang nabaligya, pila ang nabilin. Because at the end of the day, kung dili nimo na ma-consolidate tanan, wala kay reconciliation at the end of the day, sa may mahitabo. Magsige lang kag produce og siomay. Wala nakakabalo nga pila day imuhang income in a day. Dili nimo na ma-estimate. No, so dapat kabalo ka pila ang usual na mabenta nimo sa isa ka adlaw para dili magsobra-sobra imuhang ginahimo. At the same time dili pud magkabahaw-bahaw imuhang inventory. Okay? And another example diri si Carmen Cookies. So in your module na nakabutang diha sa status quo original shop sales only. Pasabot doan na kung sa usual nimo ni current business model where cookies are sold directly in a shop. So pag namaliga siya si Carmen Cookies, namaliga siya directly sa iyang shop, na siya sales revenue na 6,300. Alternatively, if si Carmen Cookies, mamaliga siya wholesale and retail distribution, napod daw siya sales revenue na 8,505. Difference ana 6,300 minus 8,505, the difference would be 2,205. Because sa daw implication ani, if mag-wholesale daw siya, mas mataas daw iyang revenue. And sa cost food, muna yung mga cost sa food, labor, utilities, rent, and miscellaneous. So the total cost for the status quo would be 5,450. Ipang-add ni mo ni diri ang ilahang cost. So from 1,800 plus 1,000 plus 400 plus 1,250 plus 1,000, that will be 5,450. Tapos, dili apod sa alternative is 2,700 plus 1,500 plus 600 plus 1,250 plus 600 pesos. So, a total of 7,250 pesos. Now, the difference would be 1,800. Di minus ra na ang 5,450 minus the 7,250. So, that's the difference. And ato ang operating profits, diba? To get that is sales revenue less total cost. So 6,300 less 5,450, that would be 850 pesos. At the same time, sa alternative is 8,550 less 1,255. Less 7,250. So total of 1,255 ato ang operating profit. So how can we solve 35%, 50%, and 40%? So the formula would be ingani. So ingana ang formula. Percentage increase, to solve for the percentage increase or percentage decrease. So the new value less the old value divided by the old value. So kana siya, that would be 8,505 less 6,300 divided by 6,300 multiplied by 100 to get the percentage of 35. 0.35 times 100 cost 35%. So yan, the same way sa ato ang letter B, naatay 2,700 plus 1,500 plus 600. Pili total ana. That would be 4,000, I think. 4,000. Let me check. 4,800. I-add po ni mo ning 1,800 plus 1,000 plus 400, that would be 3,200. So 4,800 less 3,200. divided by 3,200 again. So, pila man? So, that would be 50% multiplied by 100. So, 0.5 multiplied by 100, that would be 50%. So, siya, 50% higher than status quo. So, sa letter C naman, how did we solve for this? So, hindi correct na ko ning 20% sa module because it should be 40% lower than status quo. Kaya diba, from 1,000 nibaba ang nibaba atong alternative to 600. So, saan man ito na siya pag solve? Again, i-minus lang nimo na siya ang 1,000 less 600, that would be 400 divided by the old value na 1,000. So that's 40%. So there is a decrease of 40%. Okay? So na-gets? Okay, just prefer sa ingani nga formula. So and then you can solve it. Ingana siya. So next, is differential cost. So when we say differential cost, this is a difference in cost between two alternative choices in business decisions. So it occurs when a company must choose between similar options and drop the other, and used to compare cost and profit to select best options. So, naakay choices. No? Piliun ba ni mo ni isa, kanibang isa. And so, you will select the best option. And then, example, si DF Company, marketing decision. So, current marketing strategy nila, mag-spend daw og 400 pesos on a newspaper ad or mag-spend lang ba og 100 pesos on website maintenance. So, ang total current cost nila per month is 500 pesos per month. So, mo nilang current market strategy. Ang isa daw, first is 400 pesos for the newspaper ad and plus 100 pesos sa website maintenance. So, man lang current cost. Then, na sila gi-propose na marketing strategy. Television ad daw sila, but this is worth 1,000 pesos. And then, mag-hire po sila social media manager. That's 250 pesos per week. So, kung may natag per week, pila man ka weeks isa ka bulan. So, usually, it's 4 weeks, diba? So, 4 times 250, that would be 1,000 per month. So, total cost, new cost niya is 2,000 per month. So, i-compare niyo muna diha. So, what would be the best? So, the key considerations for decision making: will the additional 1,500 reach a wider audience? Kung maggasto sila ani mga television ads, ani mga mag-hire ba sila social media manager, if kana sila ang madungag nga cost, di ba, from 500 pesos per month naabot na og 2,000 per month, meaning kana ba nga 1,500 maka-reach ba na sila og wider audience? Then, can a company afford the higher cost within its budget? Kaya ba silang budget na mugasto sila gingana per month? 2,000 pesos per month. And will social media marketing improve customer engagement and increase sales? Sa imuha bang pagdungag sa imong ads and sa imuhang pag-hire og social media marketer, maka-increase ba na siya og sales nimo? And thus, the potential profit justify the increased expenses. So, those are the questions, no, pag maghimo ka og decision na dapat i-assess sa nimo kung kani siya nga mga expenses makahatag bag benefit diya sa imong company. So, next is differential revenue. Refers to the difference in sales generated by two different courses of actions. This is commonly used when deciding between investment options for a business and represents the additional or incremental revenue from choosing one option over another. Okay, for example, new product line generates 1 million in sales. And if mag-increase da ka og marketing for the existing product, mag-generate po siya og 700,000 in sales. Therefore, ang differential revenue nila is 300,000. So what does it imply? So the higher revenue from new product line, introducing a new product resulted in 300,000 more revenue than just increase in marketing for the existing product. So, di ba kung based ani nga example, if nado ka new product line, maka-generate ka og 1 million in sales. If mag-increase rapod ka og marketing for the existing nga product, imuhang ma-generate lang na sales is 700,000. Now, if you choose to increase marketing for the existing product instead of launching a new product, you would have missed out 300,000 pesos. Potential ni mo ni supposedly nga revenue. If kana imong gi-choose, if mag-increase lang ka og marketing for existing product. However, if himuon is kuan ka og new product, maghimo ka og new product, mag-generate ka, imuhang sales would be 1 million. Therefore, mas makagain ka og 300,000 pesos. That's what we call differential revenue. Now, however, if the new product incurs higher cost, it is essential to compare profitability, not just the revenue. So, dapat bantayan po nimo ni kung kutob lang ba siya sa sales. And di ba sales man ang ginabasihan nato diri, dili man ang revenue. Because bantayan nimo imong cost. No? So, kung mas dako imuhang cost as compared sa imong sales, ayaw na lang pag-produce of product line, di ba? New product line. No? However, if paggamit ka og existing product, pero gi-increase lang nimo imong marketing, although nalang kay sales na 700,000 but lesser man imuhang cost, so mas diha ka maka-profit, then you should use the existing product line. Next is the cost control and evaluation. So, larger organizations divide responsibility for specific functions among employees. Functions grouped into organizational units like departments, divisions, segments, and subsidiaries. Reporting relationships shown on an organizational chart. And organizational units may be based on products, geography, or business function. So, diba, let's say, sa isa ka company, kanang labi na, kanang mga big companies na jud organizational chart because the employees or the people inside should know kay kinsa sila mo submit or kay kinsa sila mo report, and the responsibility has to be divided. Okay? Next is responsibility center. So this is a unit within an organization assigned to a manager who is held accountable for its operation and resources. Example, si Ayala Corporation. Pag may tag Ayala Corporation, it comprises of a lot of kanang mga businesses pa, because diha included sa Ayala Corporation ang Globe, apil po diha ang kaning Manila Waters, no, and sa pay mga Ayala Land, no. So those are businesses within the Ayala Corporation. So let's say responsibility center is the Ayala Land. So the manager or the head of Ayala Land is responsible for overseeing its operations. Dito na siya mag-oversee sa Ayala Land mismo, no. So dili na siya moadto dito sa Globe Corporation, diba? So na-assign mo siya sa Ayala Land, therefore dito siya responsible. So which includes real estate development, property management, and residential projects. And pag sa operation and resources, the manager is accountable for the financial performance, resource allocation, and strategic decisions for the real estate division. So dili na makialam si manager sa other businesses ni Ayala Corporation. Mag-focus lang si manager ni Ayala Land dito mismo sa iyahang sarili niya na area, which is the Ayala Land. So in this example, Ayala Land is a responsibility center within the larger Ayala Corporation. the specific manager who is responsible for achieving the company's goals in real estate development and managing its resources effectively. So, that's how a manager should be, no? Responsible sa mga resources, even sa mga liabilities na na-incur sa isa ka corporation. And I think that would be our last slide. Thank you so much for listening. No? Please continue to read your module. Thank you everyone. God bless.